After we be don't serve now the civil service for about 35 years now, and also be raised to the position of permanent secretary. Augustine Sahr Sheku be decide for join politics. Also be contest for the chairmanship for the Kono District Council chairman and be win this election. 1 year now into the office, waiting at the progress, challenge, success, and safe plan for the district council. Now for sake of that, make we get Augustine Sahr Sheku na the program. Good morning once again and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, and co, and good morning to my family and Salon.
Mr. Sheku, 1 year down the line, how in don't sound like na the Kono District Council?
Well, it has been very exciting, a very exciting period. Because as you say in your introduction, maybe in the as an agent of government, we arise from high executive officer right through to senior permanent secretary, where I retire in 2022. And then I go back home, I see the vacuum of leadership, because every year or every electioneering cycle, the Kono people they always change the council leadership, because they talk say the leadership they don't deceive them. You know, inside Kono and now go away, meaning they don't fool we. So as a result of that, a number of people then prevail on me, and I decide for vie for the position of chairman Kono District Council under the Sierra Leone People's Party. And I want to take this opportunity for thank the leader, His Excellency the President, and the executive who then give me the opportunity, then give me the symbol to contest, and then I win. And so I find myself now not as an agent of government but as a delegate. So now they decide on the policy, the vision, and then the one they will meet when the core staff them led by the chief administrator, and then they give you the managerial and technical support. And so we go to the council, we do an analysis to find out what's in the status. It was not good at all, because my predecessor in office had been left office 6 months before the elections, so we not been left any guide saying that this they don't do, that they don't do. The chief administrator will be meet at the time and say no able to give me any status report. So most of the team there we stumble over them.
So Augustine, before we can talk about how you meet the council, how it sound like for you, because Augustine now be a civil servant, then you don't go into politics now. Where you then at the office, how it don't sound like for you, or you go able for switch cam to politics and that of a civil servant, so it be before.
Not very strange, because I know say politics now a way of life, how people then they decide for govern themselves, and politics and governance then get an intricate relationship. In politics, they go out and you vie, and based on the popularity, and then they vote for you. Whereas when you're there as a civil servant, then they recruit you based on your competence, based on your qualifications, so that you're able to go serve. And so, we know the relationship between a civil servant and a politician. I know say one a delegate, because in they represent the people then directly, and then they represent the people in interest. The other one an agent of government, influential say the politician succeed, and the politician where they succeed, if I make sure say the decision they make them within the remit of the law, and it champion the public interest. So because of that kind background, I able for clearly see the roles and so conviction not the what I know saying that the administration and the young work down there, they give them the benefit of the doubt for letting do them. And before they come to me, I go one for ensure say then actually make for sure they follow due process where it's unfettered by and influenced by anybody. It's based on the two criteria: one, the public interest; number two, they within the remit of the rule of law. But as a politician, me therefore ensure say the policies of my government, the programs, and the manifesto don't translate into concrete action now, we're able to accomplish them. Okay. And so we get that kind relationship where another issue.
Okay. You talk say when you take up the chairmanship now the Kono District Council, you do analysis and look at the status of the council. Now look at the council we be meet. What are the status of the council will be meet?
I meet a council when I've been a very disorganized entity. You know, being even no self say a government establishment. Staff morale being very low. People don't really go work. You always see people then where they say money don't come. The relationship between the council and the citizens have been extremely poor. There was distrust. Now make you find out, say, as I say, every year the economic people they always change the leadership of the councils because they don't been trust them. Then I find the council building itself, it been in a very squalid state. And if I've been ashamed, where I'm here goody because the place not fever government office, you know, they nobody look after them. The toilets were not good. Even they keep them. They're so disgruntled that sometimes we can call them per meeting and we say, but we're not able to get side for go na yard, so we'll go other side. So that kind of situation they were inherit, and therefore I've been here for sit down and say, look, we need to do something for change this narrative.
You meet a council, according to you, disorganized. The relationship between the council and the citizen, Lakono, poor, and the workman them we meet not be somehow, according to you, not the good work that the council. Which you don't do for change the narrative, for change the face of the council.
Yeah, I go and tell and say, look, me come on from a background of as a public sector consultant, because I don't go to Gimpa, I don't go do a master's degree in public sector management. So I know say governance now for respond to the needs of the people. But for let you respond to the needs of the people, you get forget a bureaucracy where it's capable. So capability is key. So I tell them, say the first thing we get for do, let we try for situate the council, let be a corporate entity where we're able to respond to the needs of the economic people and be accountable to them. So we decide first of all for do system analysis, and we able to identify what are the interventions. So I find out say the capacity being low, and I decide for engage with partners and government for let we forget the requisite capacity. And today we don't get support for let we overhaul the council itself. As I talk to you, the procurement process is ongoing. So that by this time next year, I'm going to talk for a brand new council. Beside they staff them, they will get a very good conducive working environment. They will get the tools them. They will get the logistics where you go help them for let them able to do the work. The second one we will do is that we decide for engage the chiefs them for let we see how we're able for re-establish that synergy between we and them, and of course the population. And the chiefs then see say we are very genuine, and so the cooperation with the chiefs has been extremely very good, to the extent that as I talk to now, we with the chiefs there we don't respond to the current situation where the rains and don't well most of the roads there we don't get cut off. So we decide for mobilize we own local resources for we will address that. So that tells you that there is that synergy. Then we decide for now begin go on visits to the chiefdoms. So if I not say every now and then they go to every chiefdom, where they go they interact with the people then. Then we decide say whatever we do, if we be within the remit of the rule of law. Where procurement come, procurement will be done according to the procurement law, according to the regulations. We nobody not for influencer. Now would I win and win. I remember one time we been they open a procurement for some culverts. One man talker, he said the reason why we can't be now because when I don't come, we don't see say when I do things without any favor. When I do things genuinely. Say but before now we not really come. Say because when you come, they already then get a mindset, they already make up their mind. Then the other thing we'll do is that we decide say we would accuse them if we go on revenue mobilization. And luckily the Ministry of Finance been going to engage we've signed an MOU. They may not sign that MOU before, but when the council collects the revenue, they not give the chiefs and their own share. The banks they will say then then put their money then they according to the chiefs the money disappear, they not get their own share, they not see development. So then say next time we know they allow enough for can collect revenue now we keep them. So we decide for do that kind of arrangement. Then we decide say anything they do with the public For example, we award contracts, we don't select the contractors. We go hand over the contractors to the communities. We call all of them. So the people then say, this has never happened. You know, we decide say whatever money we generate from own source revenue, 40% of that for going to tangibles. So in June, when they cried and they said the roads are all no good, now we buy tools them, over 200,000 loans worth of tools. We call the councillors them and the chiefs them. We shape them, choose them according to the word them. The chiefs were like, this has never happened because we've not been ever get that kind of relationship where the council they call we, for them can't tell we say now then now this resource and this capacity we'll get for now, you know, and so forth and so on. Then we decide say we get for now come with a we own plan. Because when His Excellency the President launched the midterm national development plan, you know, in February this year, it challenging the leadership of councils. Say, una say go develop on our own plan, we they align to the national plan. And luckily for we been get this base consortium when a group of civil society organizations where they get interest in governance. So they come together, IGR, BAN, 50-50, and the CAR. So they get support from USAID. You know, then they engage councils. So then they engage then they expose with councillors, with core staff, then with the leadership to public sector values, to accountability issues. And now what they do, we plan with the IGR. We decided, say, before we do this plan, we'll go to the villages, we'll go from village development committees, so that we'll take the people on board, you know, as part of the governance system. And in selecting these village development committees, we allow every village to get 10 people, 5 women them minimum, 5 men them, and then if there are any physically challenged people, then for be part of them. So then they make the people them then begin get that kind of trust in me. Because instead and say, then village development committees, these are our trustees. So whatever we they go do for go do, now then get for be the people they will get for relate with, and then go take it to the communities.
According to your stats, you say first people not be get to us in the council because of the one or two thing they out there on their own the council. With all land developments here we talk you say you 1 year and then say you don't put in place. Whose changes don't make now the life of people in a corner of the state?
I tell you, my sister, the people that now believe say there is hope, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you go now corner now, you know, we get 7 community radio stations where every morning they can get morning calls from 6 o'clock to 7 when they give opportunity to communities for let them, you know, talk about what they happen in the area, what they concern, what they challenges. I will tell you, say half of the calls them now me then they figure out say me na the Moses, because in fact one man tell me one particular radio station they call Voice of Kono say the reason why they don't get so much patronage now because people then believe say if you don't talk anything at that radio at the area because I can respond. So if I know say I don't create that kind of relationship with them, and then as I tell you, would they respond to their needs them. Very recently we've been getting a situation where in one community, one village, water come underground, it broke because them. So we'll go there. You be sorry. People then see they were so relieved, they were so excited that they're not able to hide their emotion. They run underground, they cry. So we get for go with some relief them. We tell them say we own government, we respond, and therefore we come do a first-hand information as to what don't happen. So we consult them, and then we decide to put modalities in place together with Red Cross and other stakeholders. Then what we don't do also is that we say we know they compete with anybody, because the era of competition, we call the Iron Age, is no longer in existence. The watchword now co-creation. So now they conjoin on our competencies for let una able for bring all on our resources, all on our strength now on put in one basket, and they are able for use and they for implement programs there. So that they don't make people then don't feel say they are part of the governance system. And we know they tell them thing where they want where it turn out to be false promises. We tell them the fact. Like for example, we get one big challenge there when at the Kamiando Road, where His Excellency the President will go launch People then because the contractors then don't pull out, people then get that ambivalence.
Okay.
We tell them say no, the arrangement will be make it not being fit or not being suitable for the contractor. Okay. So now government they go back on the drawing board. So they tell them all of those things, and I like the one for your so that there is that engagement with them.
Now we talk now about tangibles. Waiting tangible where you go able for say this now Augustine Sahr Sheku do na the Kono District Council with na Kono District, more especially the council, with all what you don't talk about the different challenges we meet at the council.
Thank you very much. First of all, we strategy for transform the council and Kono District informed by two factors. Number one, for situate the council as a corporate body, we're able for respond. And I don't tell them I say we want for provide an enabling environment for the staff then. So that one the procurement they go on now for how we rehabilitate the council, for how give them tools then, how give them equipment. The second one now for let we make people them they move from dependency to self-reliant, and for let they able for be self-enterprising. Recently we don't form over 50 cooperatives where we put together into one conglomerate, and we invite the Honorable Chief Minister now go give the keynote address, and then he also go with the Ministers of Agriculture and Trade. The substantive Minister of Trade not been there, he been out of the country, but in deputy go. So that one they don't make the people then don't see structures through which would be able for help them for let them become business people. And when the Chief Minister been go, they may also been go give it equipment to them. So some of the equipment them they go install them na some centers in the chiefdoms. Also go they get cooperative stores so that the people then go able for get inputs, then go able for also buy the surpluses, then go able for get then go able also process and market. The other one we don't do is that we don't get support from road fund, but we don't go construct so many culverts, about 30 or more culverts. Very recently, I've been doing one community we completely cut off. We also don't go give contractors them the responsibility for them do about 5 culverts in other areas. The other one we don't do is that we see say in some communities, as net council, people don't sleep. So we want to see how we'll be able to change that kind inefficiency or unproductivity. So we don't decide for giving solar lights so that we'll be able to enhance social life at night as well as economic life. And that one they don't they play very well. We don't do an Akondia line. As I talk to you, procurement they go on now for go do the similar thing at Yawandu, we are the largest community in the Sando. We also don't look say the Mamadou checkpoint and don't move on because I've been there. It was not very conducive. So we they go they go so I don't talk to Chief Minister, they don't help we. But they go install solar lights na that checkpoints there because the place dark. I think sorry for the Okumane when they did. It can't like then are some animals there. We also don't talk with Kwedu Holdings for let we able for put a structure there. We go house the police them and also we go able for also provide facility for we log with the collect own source revenue.
So you talk about some equipment when you say the work out the Chief Minister be going to that Kono District being give. Those kind of equipment them they be give them. How are able for distribute them for other different chiefdom them that Kono able for benefits for man.
The equipment that we give basically na processors, rice processors. Okay. The one with the whole rice. The one with the also smash the rice. The one with the also package jam. So we don't decide say we they give to we cooperatives them. Where as I say we they get for go install them as some chiefdoms. So that by next year I go invite you now. Let us go see cooperative farms, just like where they happen at Ivory Coast, where they happen at Ghana. Because if I not say productivity is very low because people they want to do individually, and individual job not the work. As I say, we don't move away from that individualism. We don't come in the corporate world where they bring everybody on board. So next year by this hour I will call them. Let us go see farms. Let us go see yard them. Let us go see processing facilities them. The only problem we will get is that they may not get some arrangement where not proper, like where inputs then go, then they distribute those inputs outside of the structures. And then it don't make some ministers and especially in agriculture, they get problems in the past. So very recently I've been in agriculture. I don't go tell the permanent secretary. I said let them change that system, so that let we get the platform where input then go na the proper channel. So that whether they able to monitor you for say yes, this fertilizer or this equipment will give you use them for the intended purpose. Then beyond that, we also don't engage the keeps them, as I say right now. As I tell you, we don't wait for government for let go make we rose them. We don't mobilize huge support from the mining companies, from diamond dealers, produce buyers. We all don't come together, and we do several of the roads now. Where they don't make the citizens and don't become extremely very happy. The last one now they do now with strategic plan they can develop. We don't go do the needs assessment based on village development committees that we establish. We're able to get people then they don't count, they don't tell we all what's are the challenges, and we also don't get the sectors then and don't share with we what's are the priorities. So don't go do that one day. We don't compare with what people they want. But IGR when then they co-create that plan day with we then get issue with the consultants, but I think they don't address that now. So very soon we don't get a new consultant. If I been there very recently, we are not day, but they don't tell me what thing for go do, so that we're able to go get we sectors them, for them tell we the assets they will get, then we're able to quantify the assets then they will be able to know how much resources we need for put them into good use. Then also we don't get representation from the traders. Let's say one for let we sort of formalize them. So we go for work with SMIDA for see how we go able for register some of them businesses then they, so they will become formal entities where it will make Konogo become a district where very soon we will win Kono off government subvention, and eventually Konogo will be a donor district.
Augustine, let me come into the issue of you talk about road construction, and then we look at the bridges then at Kono. The focus on the area of the Kwako Bense and also the Lukuma crossing point. Then bridge also they under construction, but it gets a huge challenge. And according to information we get, NAXA they implement this project. You are aware of the challenge of the two bridges?
Thank you very much. First of all, I use this platform again for thank NAXA for the invaluable services where they done the render to the people of Kono over the years. I want to commend them and I want to thank them. Then also now one agent where they always collaborate with we. Even though they get the mandates for doing infrastructure, for do social funds and then continue all, but they need to do them all by themselves. They do them in collaboration with we, because they know say when they go down move out, now we get for stay for ensure sustainability. Apart from the bridges then we are going to talk about, they don't also do a number of interventions. They don't do a lot of roads in other districts, especially under the GPF program. I mean, you will see then handmark everywhere, and the roads are very standard, which I appreciate. They also do green stores, so that they even help with agricultural transformation. So inside the green store now a chunky project where they can get processors, they can get dry floors, they can get solar for let people then charge them phones them, they can construct boreholes and all the rest of it. So now then two bridges, and these are capital intensive bridges, and they may award the contract 2 years ago, but the time when they do the survey for able to get the structure of the bridges, the water level have been completely different from what it is now. The past 2 years have been phenomenal in terms of rainfall. So last year you find out say in the two bridges where the rain come so much that in the Kwako bridge they been get for jump over the bridge, so that means they been get for increase the height. For the Yikuma bridge, the water left the bridge na the middle, then it expand on both sides of the bridges. So the Megafo can increase the length. So they increase the length, I think, from 43-meter bridge to 69-meter bridge. Then the Kwako then decide for increase the height. Now the commissioner go there this year, and also the EU also been leading the delegation there this year. Then go, then see the work, and they were satisfied with the progress. So they may anticipate that by the end of this year, if we're done with the Kwako Bridge, we be for able to open up the corridor to Sandor up to Falaba to Guinea. And that's an area where very lucrative in terms of agricultural productivity, in terms of trade, and in terms of movement of people. But when they go, when they increase the height, I think the contractor makes some mistake. Instead of let it change the thickness way, the platform where they create, then decide for do the float, the concreting, and when they start, unfortunately, then the thing, the stick then gave up, and then the thing collapsed. So they may come, they're able for dismantle and back, then go and do the connection, then they change the platform there. Then come again, the other one they don't change them, then do the concreting a hole. The third one now it collapse back. So they finally say they go for change the entire floor. So that then don't make that really don't delay. And this year again, the water level don't come so much that even the footbridge where they put them, they manage, instead they get an issue. If I have been doing right to NAXA for very help we, how we able for replace them bridges them there. I mean that footbridge there. Then on the Kwako end, because they may don't increase the length, instead they may don't do the floating, but they don't do the backfilling it.
Okay.
So there is every optimism that before mid next year, that road then two bridges and go down. And when they're done, we'll get a ring road. So from Kwako, you can go to Konya line, going at the heart of Sandolan. Then you come back, you use the other end for Kana Yikuma.
You dey tell thank you to NAXA for sake of the project that they do when I don't construct this bridge. But the video we get here, we see bike man and still the bridge. You see the iron rod then at the bridge. Then put boat there. Then according to a report we get from Kono, they charge 30,000 for make bike man and pass the. And NAXA be don't say make the people and wait after I don't construct the bridge, but people and still they use this bridge. So you know the district council chairman. Now the only routes this way people then get for pass, or because plenty time they keep for don't they, and this don't be risks to them. One way or the other, anything can be. So what you don't they do for say the people they adhere to waiting NAXA tell them say may they wait for say they complete this bridge.
Mrs. Elongode for go adjudicate. Now what happen when we tell them say they're not for use that bridge at all? As I said, they may get a footbridge, but unfortunately when the rain come, they wash them off. So they may want for restore that bridge there. But then they may get a conflict of interest. Now when the communities they may do the bridge, they may charge the bike riders, and they may really generate some revenue there. But unfortunately, where the rain came last year, where it washed off the bridge, they're not being saved enough for let them replace that bridge. So the bike riders themselves then say they mobilize resources, then go there and replace the bridge. When they replace the bridge, then say, well, and we don't replace this bridge, and now we they generate revenue for ourselves. So they're not being they give the communities. So this year again, when the rain comes, it sweep the bridge off. The communities themselves say, no, we say we want to do this bridge here, so that we say we will able for charge you now. Let we realize something about that. So they may get some serious commotion there. So I therefore go there. Now I go tell them, say, you know what? Since you're not able to get an amicable resolution between UNA, now we council now we take over this bridge with one. Then we engage one of the bike riders. Let we see what is affordable when I go pay. Then at the same time we engage the communities for say, okay, this because now now self live and this now una resource. Let we see what rent I will be able for paying now for the use of that land, whatever. But unfortunately, the bridge, I mean, the water come to a level that you're not able to do that footbridge thing, because as I talk to now, even now the intensity of the rain in Kono is incalculable. So the canoes where they use, where the people themselves they charge the bike riders then save water can it drift them off. So what they do here and that is illegal. In fact, before I come, I've been not read that report. So immediately where I go put a stop to it. But me don't tell them say, assume me say them bridges don't be there at all. How on be the cope? And the way they cope is that now canoes them they use. And at a particular time of the year, they remove the canoes from the water because it been very dangerous. But one thing about the human being, it just sounds like somebody where you don't live under suppression for a very long period of time. As you get a small freedom, it come on a hand. Okay. So then people they don't see them bridges now, they don't see hope coming. Where His Excellency the President don't go redeem them for that kind of suffering where they don't suffer over the years. So the one now let the thing may happen overnight. But we don't tell them say una restrain una self. Okay. Una wait. But they are, especially the bike riders, they are so zealous because it's a very lucrative route. In fact, when they get for talk to NATSA, when they don't do them, we say they make toll day so that we will generate money for make the roads and we left for make.
So Augustine, make we round up on this bridge. Still fets they be there. We get to understand say even though where the fets be too much, the president for the Salon bike riders be come on here and go donate about 50 million to the bridge to young people and for them for make the bridge. But we still see fed still they don't bring them some concern. And you say after Yahweh they go back na Kono, you therefore go and go see. So it's in different way Augustine go with, we go different form so that we not go able for see the kind plaba we don't be for sake of this bridge between bike man them and save the community people that part staying at the country.
The president of the bike riders, that visit where he visit that community. Now the time where we all go there. And me not aware I say he donate 50,000 new leons. I'm not aware of that. Something among themselves. But at the time where we go there for go arbitrate, that did not come up. What didn't come up very clearly is that council will take over the operations, we will construct and operate. But as I say, the water level is such that you're not able to do anything there now. So as I say, when I go, the issue where they don't say the bike man then they use that bridge will still no use. Now that one day now we'll get for go address. For tell them say let them restrain themselves. Because as I say, before the inception of them bridges and people them they live. And how them they live, like canoes and them they use. And this particular time of the year where the water level can down they beyond human control, then they restrain themselves, then they remove the canoe and the bridges then they even put leaf na the road for she say they don't block the road. Okay. So what thing don't change, as I say, now because they don't see hope where His Excellency don't go, give them. And then one now let the thing happen overnight. But this now, na technical business. You therefore take time. Now infrastructure thing, let them go do a very hasty job, then the thing go collapse. So then just therefore make sure say they restrain themselves. And then now go go tell them.
Augustine, you're a farmer and you be one time master farmer na Kono district and during the campaign now you want and the promise to be make to Kono people that you go make Kono the food sufficiency and President Bio inside in agenda and big 5 game changer feed salon na one panity in when I flagship program. So what you don't do in that area they as this that you manifesto then a President Bio in number 1 priority and you now be master farmer na Kono the state.
Thank you very much. Me manifesto we have been careful 2 aspects of and they we incidentally finding service inside the national manifesto. Number 1, I talk about agricultural transformation. There are also talks say I will make governance work for the people then. Inside the big 5, feed salon is number 1, and then overhauling the architecture of government to make an efficient is another one. So how are the rollout of this? As I say, normally that individual farming, when a subsistence farming, they work. Within the work, na commercial farming. But we don't get the private sector, and people are not interested in investing in agriculture. So what we don't do, we grow our own private sector. Then make I don't tell you about the cooperatives that will be constitute. Where the chief minister go unveil. In fact, just yesterday, don't give me because it talks. He said, "One be part of the cooperative. He even pledged 200,000 leons. They don't give me that check there where they go, give the cooperative. So I want for again use this opportunity for thank them very much for that radical inclusion where it talks say everybody they left out, and it sees say who don't establish that structure they work, and that's where they need capacity and they don't deliver on that capacity there. So they arrange this cooperative in a manner that all input where they go, now then will they give for let we able to monitor them. I don't tell una say by this time next year I will call on let una go see the farms them, let una go see the yards them, let una go see the processing, stores they will go to establish to them cooperative stores. The other one where I say I go make governance work for them is that I bring about reforms where, as I say, I want to create the council for let it be a corporate body that at the same time it responds to the needs of the people. And how will they do that response day? Now for bring everybody on board. I don't tell you now how we don't get everybody for respond to the road infrastructure where it don't collapse. Where, as I say, we don't get the mining companies and the camp and the support tree for how we're able to stabilize the roads then. I don't tell you now how in a particular village we saw what having come out, where we broke houses and how we go able to hate for let able for respond to their needs then. And the people were very happy. Now Red Cross they do an assessment for see how we relocate that village there.
Okay.
I don't tell you now how we don't form village development committees so that the people then also will be part of the governance
so
system.
that they all they part of the transforming agriculture and save the governance system where they talk about.
Of course. Now these are the I will call them the benchmarks, where they try for put in place, because the overall team will come will go down with strategic plan, because we have strategic plan, we know the copy, we design them. Just like if you go buy clothes in ready-made clothes, sometimes it not fit you, but when you can't go to tailor, they go before sew them, it fit you. So now make with the design with your strategic plan.
Okay.
And how they do them, we don't already start by going to do assessment. We already know idea they put them together, then we validate them. After we don't validate them now, then it will be the framework within which we roll out development at the district.
Okay, Augustine, you don't talk about your plans and some of your manifesto promises where you make to the people how you intend for roll out promises and there. But all of this get for involve get money. Don't look at the status of the council in terms of revenue generation.
Yes, I think I've been done mention something about that. But if you want the specifics, is that thanks to the Ministry of Finance, we don't get we and the chiefs together. So we don't agree say we do joint joint revenue generation. With them, we give them the receipt books. Them we give them we go together. We go do the demand. Notice them. Then because then they're on the ground, then collect them.
So I go compare in terms of revenue generation at the council before and under your leadership.
No, under my leadership, there is now confidence. Before that, there was no confidence, because I tell you, say they may not get that MOU, but when they collect the money, the people then say they don't know what happened to the money. But because the people then trust we, because then they see what they do, the tangibles. Like then so like the way I tell you about, then cover they will don't begin roll out. How would they participate in the road maintenance? How would they respond to disaster issues? How would they go? Would they meet them? Would they tell them? Would they update them? Even the radio stations were in partnership. Very recently, we even support 2 radio stations with fuel enhancement, where we can get blackouts in the city, because we can get something with the power. When the power is restored, while they go back to the other radio station, then we also get for go see how we able to bring them on board. Okay. Because they are part of the governance system, and then we use as a channel for them to take information to the people then, and then we'll come back. Okay. Then we also get for now engage the traders and for formalizing. The youth themselves, what I've been doing last year, what I've been trying for articulating and me plans them. Dr. Julius Spencer, they've been called me later if we get a commitment, say for the youth them, where if we want to do anything about them, where we will talk about them musical and then other things they do, it's able for providing expertise. So very soon I go for come meet them for let guide we so that we will get a concept in which we will bring the youth together. Let them get a roadmap where they will see a future for themselves.
So they read some of the messages they don't come inside the program. But they go to our Facebook page from Abdul Rashid. They say, Kono people, indeed, you have chosen the right leader and one of the most competent and hard-working chairman of our time.
This one with 0779819881 folder say, if all what you have explained is within the needs of the people, truly you are a honest leader. This one they come up from Edmond.
This one say from our say updates on the road leading from Koidu to Gandong. And this other one from Samuel, they say Kono District Chairman is the best for now because he also follows his development program with his people. Thank you, Chairman.
This one on Facebook say, Kono people, indeed you have choose the right leader and one of the most competent and hard-working chairman of our time. This one they come up from Abdul Rashid on our Facebook page.
And this other one they say, waiting you plan, Mr. Sheku, because with all waiting you don't talk, still challenging at the district.
This one now is 077-981-981 say in advanced countries farmers are among the richest people in the world. Here in Sierra Leone they are among the poorest. This is one of the main reasons discouraging people from farming. This one they come up from Mark 10 in New England.
When my last one they say Augustine Sahr Sheku, if always you don't talk for development, more especially in the area of agriculture, you need for Dwam and work with the people so that community people like Kono districts go benefit from the thing the way you don't do. Keep it up. Well, now the last message and then they we don't read and we come to you, Augustine, for make you go respond to some of the messages them we don't come for inside the program.
Well, I want to thank the people that way they send messages, where an indication that they may follow. I believe say all of the messages were just commending, and what thing they don't do is that they don't motivate me more, because there is no better motivation than recognition. When people recognize it, they do that, they will make that should say be on the ground. The way you talk about the Ngandon Road, the first 3 days of the intervention for the emergency road spot improvement have been the Kankodu road now we attack. But yesterday they don't go to the Ngandon Road because it's another very critical road. So instead they under consideration. I mean they under the spot improvement. Then of course somebody say in some countries farmers are the richest, but here are the poorest. And because we're not been done put the necessary framework in place for really grow farmers, for nurture them, for let them be business people. And then they make with the bring the intervention in this. So I go only appeal to the Ministry of Agriculture for let them ensure say then use with council for let them give the inputs they want and they send at the district. We they make sure say we give them inputs then they to the real farmers where they need them and we able for monitor them, we able for nurture them. If they continue with the present arrangement, it not will be very productive. So now appeal no more they appeal to them. Then I've been on talk say one for make one wing off donor government subvention and eventually they become a donor district. And they appeal to the Ministry of Lands. Let them allow the councils for letting them in charge of the issuance of building permits. Because most of the environmental issues that we face now, because people then they go build waterlogged areas inside swamp them, then they build on waterways. And because not to them, not to really give them permit. As I talk to right now, if you enter now with council, you will see somebody go build near a rock. Between the rock and the street that they can build. We don't talk but not really give them permit. And we just go broke somebody in the structure if you don't get the authority, if you don't get the force of law behind you. So they appeal to the Ministry of Lands. This building permit, let them devolve onto the councils. Especially we who the upline. Okay. If they do that one day, if you even will talk say with the register every house na Kono district, depending on the type of house, we will charge you what you can afford. The amount of money we will generate, it will enough for level even we not need government subvention. And then now that we don't get the confidence of the chiefs who they do, with revenue generation together, and they assure people and say with the additional support from agriculture, or say then they allow way for let we get the inputs then so that we're able to capacity to farmers then let them become enterprising farmers then. Then they don't look farming as a way of life but as a business. Then the Ministry of Lands then give it that building permit there. Okay. Then with the combined effort what would they do? Believe you me, the sky will be our limit. Okay,
plenty thank you joining the program. Augustine Sahr Sheku will continue for the bring you any development we want to come to the studio. We continue for bringing you for can give updates on what's on the happen at the district council. Plenty thank you joining the program. In name now Augustine Sahr Sheku, in the chairman of the district council. As they talk about in 1 year and save plenty developments in a way they do in talk about success and challenge them. Plenty thank you joining the program.
Thank you. When I give you the platform for let tell the Kono perspective of governance. Not to feature no more for the listen to. Okay. I want to tell for all the amend them. They can tell the up-country perspective. Okay. And then they will be do with the ambassadors of America, EU, and Britain. Then go to we. If I then they make the stands they take on the last election, now that didn't make them then release them. I mean, they even decide for be a little bit very flexible, because they don't find out say what thing they happen in Freetown, not to they reflect on the country. They go see stability under, they see development under. Then they could then come, then some of the hard standing where they want to take, then reduce the standing.
Okay, 30 seconds. We continue for giving update.